What happened when a teacher hit on you and you didn't like it? The first time my gym teacher, I'll call him Mr. Bean, ever did something inappropriate to me was my first day of his class in senior year. We were learning intercourse ED that semester and it was painfully disgusting. He talked about the psychology of men and what men look for in women to breed. He picked me, at the time as I was super overweight, to stand in front of the class and using a ruler started to point at my male eye candy. He pointed the ruler to my large thighs, poked at my stomach, and then my breasts. He said that I was a perfect example of what men look for in women. I wasn't skinny enough to look completely unbreedable and I had the mechanics to perfectly carry a healthy baby to term. Then he said it was even better that I was young. I left class feeling disgusted. Mr. Bean kept staring at me up and down the next few weeks and would find any excuse to touch me. He'd physically move my chair for groups, would straighten and caress my back when he took heights and measurements and had an obsession with teaching me exclusively how to lift different weights. I felt really uncomfortable by him and I confided in my mom about the situation thinking that if anyone would understand that I'm being harassed it would be her. I called her into my room and sat her down in bed already trying to fight back tears. I hadn't told anyone prior to this so it was a lot to let out. I told her to not worry and that I'm okay but I thought this was all something I should know. I told her how Mr. Bean was harassing me and singling me out and that what he was doing to me was inappropriate. Then my mom destroyed my world. She told me, "You're a good student. Don't ruin your chances of going to college because of one stupid teacher. Just move on and get yourself into a good school, he won't be in your life next year." I know my mom meant well but that's not what I needed to hear at all. I thought she would comfort me but instead she just told me to keep going forward and I listened to her. Because I wanted to get into my dream school and I didn't want a nasty old man ruining my future. So, for the remainder of my senior year, I let Mr. Bean do and say whatever he wanted to me. It sent a shiver down my spine every time I felt him breathe behind my neck and whenever he purposely squeezed between two desks behind me. He made me hate my body. I hated being overweight and knowing that being overweight made me an easy target for him. But I never felt safe to work out or go to the gym because it reminded me of Mr. Bean. When I graduated high school I felt the biggest sigh of relief thinking that would be the end of it all. I was moving away to college and Mr. Bean would forever be out of my life and would croak being stuck at his dead-end job at that school. I just hoped he didn't do the same to other girls. When I got to my new college, I got super into fitness because I didn't know that my college had a free gym. My roommate and other girls in my dorm were all into fitness and exercise and were super supportive. Just us going to the gym made me not so scared of it. Eventually I stopped thinking about Mr. Bean and I was ready to become the lady I wanted to be, not male eye candy. My roommates shared with me their meal plan so I could follow the same one at our dining hall, shared her large tub of Costco vitamins, and gave me Abi pills because even though I was working out every day I was shaving off enough pounds. She said that taking Abi helped tone her body and if I just kept working out and taking them I'd be just fine. After my first semester instead of gaining the freshman 15, I lost 37 pounds, that's around 10 pounds a month. But everything changed my spring semester when Mr. Bean found my Instagram. He didn't follow me or anything, he just went straight to my DMs. In my DMs he sent me a picture of my butt in gym shorts from his class. He followed up saying, "Talk to me or I'll show your new school what else I took in the locker room, you'll be like an open book." I was speechless. I had new friends, and a new life, I thought I was finally free. But here I was still as hopeless as I was in his class. I agreed to talk to him and nothing more. He proceeded to send paragraphs upon paragraphs about how he'd love to pump his seed in me and how he couldn't stop thinking about me my entire senior year. He said I was perfect in every way and that he'd grab my love handles and hit it from the back. He then sent a picture of his bulge in his high-waisted gym shorts and told me, "Don't you remember when this old thing used to graze against you?" That was it, I snapped. I told him I didn't care anymore. To send whatever he wanted to my college because at this point I was my own woman. I made myself into the best version of myself and I was no longer going to be his eye candy, I did it for me. Every healthy dinner, every treadmill step, every Abi pill, that was all me and he wasn't gonna destroy my pride. When I said all that, he started unsending all his messages and then blocked me. Thankfully, I screen recorded everything and you can best believe that he'll be behind bars anymore. I don't care about ruining my reputation, I wanted to see justice. Update, some of you weirders wanted to know about his bulge size. All I can say is, his schlong must have been taking the Abi Elite version cause it has no weight to it.